Hello, I'm David Aguilar. I am applying for a position as a yoga instructor. I have a yoga teaching certification, 200 hours. I am also a chiropractor. I've been a chiropractor for 15 years. I do love what I do. Being a yoga teacher is giving me the opportunity to spread healing in more avenues. So, what I'd like to do is go over a short, little bit of an abbreviation of a regular flow, just a few minutes of a spinal related flow, because that's really where I focus on being a chiropractor. You'll see that a lot of my moves are really focused in extension, occasional flexion to balance. And this is going to be real quick, so you're just going to have a feel for what I will generally lean towards. So, well, one of the things that I like to focus on is, our modern lives have a tendency to put us into flexion, the guard, the hold, whether it's driving or sitting at a computer or with a device. There's so many places that pull us into this place. I always want to help people push into this extension, especially, and I'm no exception. I want to get my body to start listening more and more, so I'm always pushing into that extension. So we'll go down on the mat right away. Let's jump right down into a tabletop. So from tabletop, let's work on a quick cat-cow as a warm-up, because this is a spinal flow, so we're going to be looking at that spine. So first we'll just say hello, pushing all that air out. Deep breath in. Exhale, cat. Now, what we can also do when we're working in cat-cow, and we don't have to do this every time, but if you want to have a little bit more focus on each level, so you take each level of your spine and move it, try to move it one vertebra at a time. So you're making this segmental and somewhat choppy at first movement to try to get these individual segments to bend and flex, and the reverse. As you can see, it's very difficult to get a spine to do those individual movements one at a time. So now we also want to laterally flex. When we laterally flex, we're bringing the elbow and the hip on the same side closer together. So for my right, the right shoulder and the right hip come closer together. Remember, we're activating all the muscles on the right side to squeeze together. And then we're bringing left shoulder to left hip and opening up a little bit on the right side. Back to center. Now, from here, we'll do a short opening in child's pose. For your child's pose, your knees can be underneath your chest or they can be spread a little wider if that's more comfortable for you. And then we'll come back into our tabletop and then into puppy. So, hands extended. We're drawing the hips up over the knees and we're reaching the chest towards the floor. Breathing in deep and exhale. Deep breath in again. Exhale. In puppy pose, we're also opening up the ribs and the shoulders. Shoulders are going to feel highly engaged in this place, but there's also going to be some opening in the front as you're activating the back to hold your chest up as you let it reach to the floor. And coming back up, back into tabletop, we're going to switch sides. We're going to roll onto the back comfortably, softly, gently, slowly, rolling back. I like to jump right into our bridges. So heels should come close to the fingertips. Fingertips are reaching towards the heels. I'm just trying to find a spot where they're just at reach. Okay. Now, let the lower back fall into the floor. So you're flattening out the lower back first into your pelvic tilt. So going flat back, then reaching the pelvis toward the ceiling, squeezing your glutes, reaching the head away from the body, creating space in the back of the neck, drawing the chin into the neck, into the front of the neck. Okay, holding this place, breathing deep, and then letting go nice and softly. We're going to do a couple more bridges, but we'll fast forward through our bridges. Let's do a single, rather a tree pose bridge. So you're going to bring your heel, you'll bring that left heel into the right thigh. Equanimity, pressure between the heel and the thigh, lifting up the pelvis and letting the knee fall outward. Breathing deep. Re-engage with that Ujjayi breath, back of the throat, and exhale. You're trying to continually keep that knee reaching back towards the floor, opening up that left hip, right? Drawing the pelvis up toward the ceiling. And exhale your way back down. And if we're going to do one side, we need to do the other. We want to create balance. So get that, again, get the heel into the thigh, just like we're doing a tree pose on our standing pose. We're going to do that tree pose with you laying face up. And now equanimity. Remember, heel into the thigh. Knee reaches towards the floor. Glutes squeeze. Deep breath in, Ujjayi breath. Back of the throat. And then relax your way back down. Now, we've just done an awful lot of extension in the back, so let's counter it with a little bit of flexion. You bring the knees up into the chest. And then exhale. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Now, the difficult part here, we're going to bring the head into the knees. Hold nice and tight. Breathing in deep. As deep as you can get. Exhale. Keep holding the head up. Deep breath in. And exhale. Let the head fall to the floor. Let the knees come out. Heels to the floor again. Now we've already gone to bridge. We've done a supine tree bridge. Next, we'll also do, if you have this in your practice, we will work towards a wheel. If you're feeling like wheel is in your practice, great. If not, you can do bridge right here instead. So we'll go back to a regular bridge just to start. Get that placement right. Get the heels and the fingertips just out of reach one another. Bring those shoulder blades underneath into that regular bridge. And that's our little prep. Now, we can do one or two things. Well, we can do lots of different things, right? One, same bridge. Two, that same bridge with the hands interlaced, shoulder blades squeezing together. Or you can place your hands toward the corners of your mat. Bring them out a little bit farther than your shoulders. We want them to come out just a little bit more to create just a little bit more stability for you to lift up into. And in here, we want to bring breathing and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. One more. Deep breath in and exhale. Bring yourself gently back to the floor, just the same way that you came up. Now, rolling back down. Down there, you're going to give the legs a little windshield wiper just to help wring out that lower back. Rinse out those muscles for a moment. Now we're going to roll all the way over. We're going to practice a little bit of everything from baby cobra into full locust.
So I've heard a lot of different variations on this. And so if you're feeling like these words don't jive with you, or you've got a place where you like to be in the midst of these positions, find the place that's challenging for you, the place that gives you the pose and gives you the sensation that you need. So we're going to start off nice and gentle. First thing, that little baby cobra. The fingertips come up and the head lifts up with the eyes at the top of your mat. Don't need to reach up too high. Then we're going to go and reach down. Now we've got the next option is upward dog. So bring the hands engaged deep and hard. And we've got the feet, tops of the feet on the floor. Here's that upward dog. Okay. And then we've got that Sphinx, right? So we could also have the elbows close to the side, lifting up nice and gentle if we want to back it down from baby cobra. So kind of did that out of order. So the most gentle we could do, Sphinx, nice little challenge, baby cobra. And let's take upward dog out and we'll go to locust. So for locust, we're going to have the hands lifting up. Okay. Then the next ad would be the hands and the legs lifting up. Right. So we've got our hands up, our feet up, our head up. Right. Now, again, keep that gaze kind of low. Shouldn't be any higher than maybe a foot higher than the floor on the wall ahead of you. Holding here, what we're doing is we're engaging the entire back, the shoulder blades, the glutes, the lower back, everything is holding you up. And rest down to the floor. So right now I've kind of overdoing it on time, so sorry I've kept you. I hope this gives you a good idea of what I'm like, and hopefully this is something that jives with you. I look forward to talking to you, and I look forward to everything, really. Thank you so much.